Hello everyone, today I have another journal to share. This one, let's see what it measures here. We've got, and I'm out of frame, it's about 5 inches wide by 7 inches tall. And the spine is just about 1.5 inches. This is, the cover is Tim Holtz, or one of his brands. I got it at a thrift store for a really great price one time and just picked it up. Didn't know what I was going to use it for, and it's been a while. But I had printed out the vintage parcel kit, I think it's called vintage parcel kit, from Tsunami Rose, and it happened to be just the right size. However, I printed it for this, and so I had set it aside until I had time to do it. So I've left the cover mostly as it was, although I did use some distress ink spray, watered down to, it was more of a light gray, and I kind of wanted it just a little more brown, so I did that. And then it came with these holes, that's how it was, so I just worked with that when I sewed it in. I did a pamphlet stitch for my signature, it's just one signature, and then I sewed it in just, I don't know if there's a name for what I sewed it. I sewed that sewn signature onto here with this wax linen thread here. And I've added this dangle here. It's got a variety of beads and some charms hanging from it, and this cute little one is a Tim Holtz. Down here it's two-sided. This is a Tim Holtz, this clasp here, I'm not sure what it's called exactly, and I think this clip here is Tim Holtz as well. So for the closure, what I've done is an eyelet on the back here, and this is some elastic binding here. I think I'm going to have to tie that tighter. And I've tied it onto this clip. Well, maybe it's just wanting to come undone. And that's how I'm closing it. So, different idea I had there. Inside, here's the, trying to keep this light nice and real here. These are a couple paper bags. They're not glued all the way down. And back here I have just a journal card. This journal card came from this little set that I found at Tuesday morning. And then I've collaged some Tsunami Rose printable digitals. I think all the digitals are Tsunami Rose. There it is. Yes, that's the name of the kit, Vintage Parcel. And so these stamps here, except for this tiny one, are the Tsunami Rose digital. The tiny one came in, I'm pretty sure it was a Tim Holtz ephemera collection, little tiny ephemera, and then there's these two tags here. I have these red envelopes, which I've had for years and years. They came from this little package, and I loved that one there. Inside, I've got these little cards. Here they are. They're Hampton Art Jelly Bean Soup, and I've got a couple of those in the book. And this one I cut down just slightly to fit in this little envelope here. I put some repositional little adhesive down there. A little scrap, lace, you know, that whole thing. Here is, these cards here, these journal cards are, I believe, authentic. I'm not sure what set. And then I've got these stickers, the little postage note stickers I found on Amazon. It came in this little 2-set. These ones are London theme, and these ones are Paris theme, I believe. So I just kind of stuck those in there last minute. And this right here is a giant manila tag, this page, that I really grunged up and roughed up. I did all kinds of stuff, so I'm not going to go into detail on that. And then this here came from a paper stack. The DCWV Primrose stack had pages in it that had all these little things you can cut out. So there's a few of those in there also. This paper here, I believe, is a Tim Holtz, and that came from, well, this copy's not so great. Tim Holtz Ideology French Industrial. I have a stack of that paper, so there's a few of those in there also. But the digitals are all Tsunami Rose as far as I'm aware. I'll let you know if I see anything that jumps out different. Here's a pocket here. This also, Tsunami Rose. It's coffee dyed paper here that I've stitched it to, and lace trims throughout. Here's another printout. And this comes in the vintage parcel kit, this little piece. I didn't distress this one or coffee dye it. That's how it comes printed out. Then I've got this brown doily here, and I've stapled them on. Another. And there are some glassine bags in here. Let's see what's in there. This is another one of those authentique journaling cards. Another digital here. And I've just done a little collaging of stuff with some eyelash trim, some cheesecloth, one of those digital stamps, and some red tickets that I've inked with Distress ink. More lace, that's vintage. This again is from Primrose. Oh yeah, I did that. Huh, forgot about that. This is just an envelope I think I picked up at Michael's. It came with the little brown card, and I didn't close it because I didn't want it to glue shut, so I was letting it dry. Did the corrugated lines. I think that's Paula Lemon that showed us those. Another one of those little stickers. There's a flip here. We did Donnelly flip. And I've added some washi in little places here and there also. I forgot about that. This is another one of those authentique journal cards. And here it flips up. Added all kinds of lace there. And I've done some stamping also, with not postage stamps, but rubber stamps. Well, they're probably more rubber and cling. I haven't done too much to a lot of the digital pages because they're so beautiful as they are. This guy is from the Primrose stack. This paper here is from this page, 7 Gypsies. Yeah. And another digital here, another one of those stickers from that set. This is another digital. I cut this one down. There's another piece of it later on, I believe. And I've got these scissors that I've had for a long time that I absolutely love. They're Fiskars paper edgers. This one's the stamp one. Love those. I used that on some of the things. So that's how I got this edge here. Now this is from the vintage parcel, I believe. More of that 7 Gypsies paper here and some lace. Just made a little banner there. Again, this is part of the vintage parcel. I think I had a misprint on the back, which the misprint on the back may have been a different digital, but I've kind of gessoed it out, and so it's not really, it's kind of, that was just the accident. More washi, glassine bag. This little scrap is from that Tim Holtz pack of paper. Get back in there. Okay, fine. I won't put you back in. These are, I believe, also Tsunami Rose, but I can't remember which ephemera pack that came out of. These tiny little stamps here are also from that Tim Holtz collection. And I just did a little faux envelope here, which I cut out a tiny rectangle, and then I just cut out this shape and glued it back together to make it look like a tiny envelope. So that was fun. I'm glad that succeeded. Another one of those stickers. Here is the last, I believe, cardstock that's in there. I've covered up the staples with that circle. Now this paper is from this set that I got. It is, I think it's American Crafts. Yeah, American Crafts DIY shop. Had lots of cute papers in it. I like to make a photocopy of my stack so that I can fit it on my desk and remember to mention it in my video, and that's why you see those copies there, because my printer does photocopies. So some stamping there, and I think all of the stamping is, with maybe a couple exceptions, but I'm pretty sure it's all Hampton Art stamp sets. So various ones. You can ask me if you want to know one in particular. Oh, and there's a couple of there's 2 of these scraps of papers that I got. They're just in my stash. I mean, I couldn't tell you where they were from. So that's from the vintage parcel right there, that tag. This flips up also. This flips out. More of those stickers. Stamping. You can see the gesso on my hands. Oh, I'm messy. This was, you know, it's like, oh, I know where this is from. It's a vellum paper, and it actually came from almost 15 years ago when I made my own wedding invitations, and I had bought way more than I needed, so I still have some of this paper and I'm using it now. And this was from one of those photo boxes, those cardboard photo video boxes, and the tabs, and I just done some collaging here. That's another digital, more little digitals. I've had these tiny tags, they're not in any set, and then this is from the Primrose, but this airmail is a digital. So this was, yes, an envelope. Oh, and I totally forgot that I left this side open. Maybe we'll stick this guy in here, huh? So that I can remember that. I don't know. Done some stamping. On the center strings, these are stickers that I've had in my stash. I gotta get my hands out of the way, sorry folks. And I took 2 stickers and glued them together just to make sure they stayed, but I tied the strings through first. This is also from Vintage Parcel. This little ticket came from a failed attempt at a chore system for my kids. We've had lots of failed attempts. We've got one working now, but it's not the one with these little tickets. So I took those, and there was a misprint on the back, but this image here was also from a Tsunami Rose ephemera printout. Stapled the little trim here, and I think that the top is open here, but nothing's in it also. I had too many places. Again, these are my little Hero Arts tiny envelopes, and I just stuck a scrap of paper in there, folded. These are those Jelly Bean Soup cards. I think those are the only other 2 in there. Can you see all right? This light is not great. That's my little Ott light. It's a cute little battery-powered one. This is the other portion of that one, printable. Put that back in there. And this, yep, that's authentic. Journal card, as is this one. Ledger paper here. Here's another scrap of that Tim Holtz paper pack. Here's the back side. And some stamping there. More of those sticker stamps. Another journal card. And I think that this is open too. There's just too many places to tuck things in here, but you know, you've got versatility. And one thing I like about having some extra places to tuck is if I want to stick a picture or some sort of memorabilia, because I usually don't know exactly what I'm going to use the journal for when I make it. And if I make one to, put that back. If I make one to give, then I don't know what they're going to use it for. So it's always good to have extra options. This is also Tsunami Rose. Just inked it up a lot, and this actually, I think this is from a Smash book type set of stuff, but I still have some of that and hadn't used it, so I stuck it in there. Another Tim Holtz paper scrap that I've turned into a tag. This is a large index card. You probably already noticed that, and then more of those stickers. The other half of the envelope, washi sticker, more Tim Holtz cardstock. Messed that up. This flips out, and that's that 7 Gypsies paper there. And some trim. Oops. And this has just a misprinted page. I think that I printed it on the wrong kind of paper. Oh, come on. You open up, don't you? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even notice that. This must have been an example page that I was doing, and that's how I got it to be this size to fit this journal now. I printed it, yeah, I don't know how to resize things, so I printed it, as you saw there, at 85%, and I wrote it down so that I'd remember it. So maybe I won't leave that paper in there. Maybe I'll keep it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. This came in the kit. Uh-oh. What did I do here? Oh, you know what I did? When I punched that eyelet, I stuck that in there. Well, maybe that's a permanent part there. I guess they'll have to stick something else in there, or I'll have to stick something else in there. Oops. That wasn't... Yeah, because I didn't know how I was going to do the closure when I had that in there. Well, you see, I'm always making mistakes, but that's okay. That one's not too bad, is it? I think I've come to terms with making mistakes. They're part of success. They're the foundation of success. You have to make mistakes to learn. So, venture out, make your own, and learn from them. That's the moral of the end of this story. I hope you like seeing this journal today. I think I'm losing my voice. I don't know if you can hear it. Have a great, wonderful, creative day. Bye!